You can hear me laughing. Oh, and this is cutting out too. This is going great so far. You probably heard me talking. My headphones were dead. I can mute that. Hi. Oh, so my headphones keep going dead. That's really inconvenient. What is happening?
Do you need another pair?
It's the cord. This high-dollar operation we got going here. It's the cord. And now that I'm penned in here. Hi. How's it going? Hopefully better than me. It's just me and Blue here today, and then my kid's outside practicing for lacrosse. So every now and again, you might hear a poof, and that'll be the lacrosse ball missing the thing and hitting the building. But it's all right. I am the custodian of the building, as it says right there. And it's just me today. I got out of the habit of inviting guests, and had some things going on, and sort of lost track of stuff. And then we started doing the mobile live stream, and that sort of messed the rhythm of everything up on some level. It's a good thing, but I got to get used to a new rhythm for 2026. So it is 2026, isn't it, Blue?
Yes.
Okay, good.
Yes, it is.
Okay, good. Blue is here, and Blue has a microphone, so he even has a camera. Here, show him your camera. There he is. I like your caption. That was good. Awesome. So it's just me and Blue, and there was a thud just a moment ago. So I would ask how we met, but it's just Blue and I met, I don't know, at Preservation, I think.
Little Red Schoolhouse was the first time.
Really?
Preservation was the second time. I got mad and threw my guitar down, and you gave me your business card.
Because it broke a string, I think.
It was like the third string in 2 days.
I offered to fix it, I think.
Yes.
Yeah. So that's how we met. But we already went over a lot of this when you were on the show, right?
Yes.
I think so, yeah. I don't know. They all sort of blend together. But as I'm supposed to say, please like and subscribe if you haven't already. And I do appreciate anyone listening who's listening and watching. And if this is in real time or in relative real time or in 5 years from now or 10, if YouTube's still a thing or if the world still exists. I mean, who knows? Every day's a gift. Tomorrow's not a promise. So my first concert, let's see. My first concert was Queen at what is now called Allstate Arena, I think. So it was called the Rosemont Horizon then. But did my lav mic just quit? It might have quit.
It's got sound coming through it.
Does it?
Yeah.
Okay, good. My brother took me to see Queen because I would sneak in his room and listen to his records, and then his friend liked Queen, and then they got tickets, and they got me one. This is too tight now. It's too far away. Let's try this. Thud. There we go. Oh, look at that. Someone's messing with the cameras. That's a pretty good looking shot, except I have to look this way. Hi. Right? Is it that camera or it's that camera? It's that camera. Hi. Hi, everyone. Look into the camera lovingly. I heard you laugh. That's
This
great.
is a family-friendly program,
What?
Mike.
I don't know what you're talking about. All right, so feel free to... Blue's monitoring the chat. I can't really see it. But sometimes I have it over here, but it hasn't been convenient. But I'm going to just play a bunch of songs. Some of them are on the record. Everything is Different is a record I put out about a month ago now. And this song isn't on it. But I did write this with someone a long time ago. And they put it on a record and didn't give me any credit. So I really appreciate that. called If You're Not Careful. It'll get away from you if you're not careful. Tried so hard to hold on, walking the line between careless and fearful, searching for somewhere I belong. Don't seem to recognize this face in the mirror. Deepening lines start to show. Some days of sorrow while others get clearer. Searching for a hand to hold. You know I've fallen down before. Now I've arrived here at your door. It's always darkest before the dawn. I was drowned in, then you came along. It'll get away from you if you're not careful. Tried so hard to hold on, walking the line between careless and fearful, searching for somewhere I belong. Fallen down before. Now I've arrived here at your door. It's always darkest before the dawn. I was drowned in, then you came along. It'll get away from you. 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 Get away from you. Get away from you if you're not careful. Tried so hard to hold on, walking the line between careless and fearful, searching for somewhere I belong. Sounds really hollow, doesn't it? I don't know if it's just my headphones. My headphones are acting weird.
Might be your headphones. It sounds fine over here.
Does it?
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm
Can
not
you hear
an
all these
expert.
noises, though?
Yeah, I can hear all the noises.
Nothing like working it out in real time.
That's how you know we're professionals.
Mm-hmm. What is that? Oh, I know why. Because this fell down here, and it keeps hitting the back of the guitar. That's really funny. Is that any better? I don't know. Is that better? I think that might be bad. Does that sound bad?
No, it sounds great.
Sounds great. All right, well, that explains a lot. All of a sudden, somewhere in the middle of that, I'm like, God, why does it suddenly sound like really tinny and hollow and weird? That was because the lav mic fell down and was picking up the sound in the back of the guitar. Wait, this is upside down. What happened?
At least we know the back of your guitar sounds good.
Back of my guitar sounds like the inside of a, I'll just say resonator guitar. We'll just stop there. So, all right, so that was, that really, is this any better? Yeah, that's better. Okay. What else was So, I was trying to think of what to talk about, and Blue suggested I explain how to make a grilled cheese sandwich. And so I mean, everybody has their own way of doing it, but I don't. First of all, you can make a grilled cheese with any bread of any kind. The secret, in my opinion, is the butter.
The butter.
That was the lacrosse ball. The butter, did you hear? I don't know if the audience can hear the thud, but it sounds like the building's coming down, which is funny. The kid's got to practice lacrosse. He just figured it. He just started playing, and he seems to really like it, and he's very interested in working on it. So he goes out behind the building and he throws the ball into the thing that throws it back to him. But when he misses, it just hits the building, which usually doesn't matter, but it doesn't even matter now. Just pointing it out. But, all right, so the secret to a grilled cheese, in my opinion, is the butter. I butter the inside. Then I put the cheese. Then I butter the outside. And you have to get the pan to a right, almost exactly 7,000 degrees. And then when you drop it on there, you have to flip it immediately, and then flip it immediately, and then you're done. It takes like 3 seconds. Okay, 7,000 degrees might be a little bit hot. I don't really know what temperature. I just use a cast iron skillet.
What kind of bread?
Well, that's up to you. Now, the old standard is like that gooey white Wonder Bread gooiness, but I haven't had gooey Wonder Bread in my house in years and years. And I kind of I'm a wheat bread guy.
You're a wheat bread guy?
I am, but I like 7-grain bread. I like all kinds of weird breads. I like a hearty bread. I like it to have a little bit of oomph to it. I don't like the gooey bread so much. Although, when I was a kid, what's your favorite sandwich? What's your go-to sandwich, Blue?
I will either do a peanut butter and jelly or a grilled cheese, depending on the day.
Yeah. Now, when I was a little kid, I don't know if I've told this on the show, bologna and ketchup. And people go, what? But I did. And in the 70s, 2 pieces of bologna, some ketchup, 2 pieces of Wonder Bread, wrap it in some wax paper and put it in a brown paper bag and leave it in my locker for 5 hours. It was perfect.
Now, that arguably sounds worse than the time where I had no utensils in my house, no bowls, no spoons, and I ate a bowl of cereal out of a saucepan using a peanut butter jar lid as my spoon.
That's resourceful.
Yeah, it was the saddest part of my life.
You ever smoke weed out of an apple?
No, I've done way worse, though.
I've smoked it out of worse places.
Family-friendly live stream.
Right, we're gonna leave it there and let you all use your imagination. Go to the Blue's next show and ask him in person, and I guarantee he'll be happy to tell you the real story. I guarantee it. So yeah, the grilled cheese. It's a grilled cheese. Now, did you ever? I don't know. I would make like 2 grilled cheese and just I don't know. Sometimes 3 really. You don't get this fat on accident, really. Let's be honest. But it's a wonderful thing. Now, macaroni and cheese. Do you ever put hot dogs in your macaroni and cheese?
Grew up on that.
Did you?
Yeah, wagon wheel mac and cheese with hot dogs was the greatest thing ever.
Now, my oldest daughter, when she went to college, thought everyone ate macaroni and cheese with hot dogs in it, and found out at college that that's not really the case, that many people do not.
I mean, first time I got stoned, I put Italian sausage in my mac and cheese.
Ooh, that's like gourmet stuff there.
And then I put extra cheese in it, And I took Jack Daniels when I boiled the water and I put whiskey in it.
Wow.
Jack and cheese.
Wow. I think you invented something there.
I hope so.
Jack and blue cheese?
Ooh. No, I don't like blue cheese, surprisingly.
Why does that sound terrible? What'd you do to it? You didn't do nothing to it.
Yeah, I
I'm
did.
just
Hang on.
saying.
I'll put it back to where it was at. Try that.
Now, coming up, I'm part of the Nashville Songwriters Association International. I'm a member. And there is our local chapter here in Chicago. There's local chapters are doing like regional qualifying rounds for each chapter to submit one song from their chapter to the national contest. And so this is the song that I'm going to submit for our local meeting in a couple weeks here. I was trying to figure out what one, and now it's an older song for me, but it is going to be my next release, and I know I've played it on here. But I did re-record, and there's an original recording from the Britt Marsden Band, which is the hillbilly cousin of MeL Muzic, and 2012 I think it came out, and it's my best day then, and my worst day now is still better than my best day then. And I recorded a new version of it, and was planning to put it out here in April, by the end of April here. And if anybody can play piano, it would be great because it needs a piano part, and I can't seem to find anyone that'll help me get that done. So I have people who are willing to do it. It hasn't worked out where they've been able to, and I get tired of. I feel like I'm bothering people, so I don't want to bother people anymore. This is called My Best Day Then, and it'll be the next release. If you'd have told me 5 years ago that I wouldn't make it this far down the road, I would have laughed right in your face. Then I'd order me another one from my favorite place. My favorite place is bellied up at the bar, talking girls, talking sports. Sometimes even 'cause I thought that I knew everything, but I didn't know anything. My life just passing by. My worst day now, still better than my best day then. My worst day now, still better than my best day then. Best day then. Journey of 1,000 miles, can't begin without a single step. That's the hardest one to take. Take it for Jesus' sake. Take it for Jesus' sake. Walk alone with you. All you've got to do is ask him to. And when that road gets rough, his strength to carry you. You just got to see it through. My worst day now, still better than my best day then. My worst day now, still better than my best day then. My best day then. Worst day now. And everything thought that I knew turned out to be a lie. Looking back, I know now all I can do is try and try. My worst day now, still better than my best day then. My worst day now, still better than my best day then. My worst day now, my worst day now. My worst day now, still better than my best day then. My best day then. Worst day now, still better than my best day then. Worst day now, still better than my best day then. So I was trying to figure out what song to enter, you know, whether it be a new one or an older one, and I was like, oh, wait, that's the next release. I'll enter that. It's almost done. So even if it's almost done, because they don't judge on engineering, or so they say. And you know, it's a full band version of a tune, and so let's see how that goes. It's got a nice bridge. I like the bridge. I like the bridge when it goes.
I like the whole song.
Do you?
It's one of my favorites that you do.
Oh, I appreciate that. It's for those who are unaware, if you're new to the show, some point in the future or even now, I am a recovering alcoholic and have been a recovering alcoholic for, I don't know, 17 years. Does that seem right? Wow. 16 and a half years. That's
you
crazy.
You got me beat by a lot. I've been recovering for 3 days.
Hey, the only day that matters is today, my friend, and that is the truth. It doesn't matter how many you got. It only matters today. Today is the only day that matters. So, the opening line of that song is, you know, if you'd have told me 5 years ago, and now, you know, obviously I wrote that after about 5 years of sobriety, and in order for me to get sober, I ended up working real hard and going to a lot of AA meetings and reading the big book and doing all the things, and then it becomes a part of your existence real heavy for many of us for a while. And you had to hear that one. I want the kid to get better. I'm not going to yell at him. Then there was a period about 5 years in where somebody was struggling a bit, and they were asking me a bunch of questions. And the only thing I could say is, hey, man, you know, still a lot of things screwed up in my life, but my worst day now is still better than my best day then. And I was like, oh, that's a good line. That's a good line. So I stored it in my brain, and I started the song and put it out, you know. I've always liked it. It's found a new life, new rhythm and a new energy to it. And Kenny P. Mitchell does a great electric guitar part, and Gene Price does some great harmonies, and the rest of the stuff. Well, my friend sent me a organ part, and it needs a piano part. That's Chuck, who was here in January, but haven't really got a final version of either one, and he's super busy, so as we all are. And I asked a whole bunch of other people, and they all pretty much said no. Then I tried it myself, and it did not sound good at all. I'm like, I need somebody who knows how to do this. I could do the other stuff, drums, bass, but piano, it just sounds like Knucklehead. So, so for now, we'll put it out without that stuff. But, I don't know. I would say I never picked an album this week. I would say the album side of the week should be Queen. Look up Queen Live Killers. It had to come out 1980-ish. Excuse me, I have to burp. It was really welling up on me, and I couldn't fight it off anymore. We're all friends here.
That's why I keep muting the mic over here.
But the Queen Live Killers is one of my favorite live records, and it's before Queen. It's before they played Live Aid. It was kind of like the peak of their superpower, I think, because there's a point there before, even before like Under Pressure and before, where they had toured stadiums for like 7 or 8 years in all around the world, and they weren't giant, but they were pretty stinking big, and We Will Rock You was a huge hit in '78, and then so it's after that, and it's definitely before. It's definitely before the Game, so you don't get like Another One Bites the Dust or Crazy Little Thing Called Love. It's before any of those songs happen. So, but it's a really great record, and it's them live, and it's when they were super great. So that's my album side of the week, just off the top of my head. What song did I pick? Oh, so how does this sound? This is something I wrote not too long ago, probably 2 years ago. I mean, that's not too long ago to me. Because, like, my best day then I wrote, well, what did I say? 11 years ago? 9 years ago? That's crazy. That's crazy. Time just seems to pick up speed the older you get. But, and there's if you ever get the chance, which I've watched the version of Chris Stapleton playing on Austin City Limits probably a dozen times now. And at the very end, the last minute and a half of the broadcast, Chris Stapleton starts talking about, like, they ask him some questions, and whatever they asked him, he starts talking about how a song takes on a life of its own, and a song that can mean something to you now and in 20 years can mean something totally different for you, or take on a new meaning, or different things happen in your life. And if it's a well-written song, it can mean something completely different, or, just kind of different, or just take on a new importance because of the circumstances that have happened. And for each person, the perspective can change, and that's when you've done something. And that guy's written a few songs, and that's sort of kind of the object, in my opinion, is to write something that's personal enough that people can feel it, but that's open enough that they can find their own meaning in it as well. So that's a tricky place to be. But I wrote this song. I don't know if this meets it or not, but then I tried to play it recently. I hadn't played it in, 6 months or something, and I tried to play it on stage, and I couldn't remember how to play it. That's a fun one. When you're like, I'm going to play this, and you stand up there and you go, no, that's that other song. No. All right, I have to change songs, even after you give it the long introduction and everything. But it's like, it's called I Wish I Knew, and it's like, the world doesn't make too much sense to me in the last few years, and it's sort of about that in general. I don't know anymore which way to go. No matter which road I choose, I'm further from home. I don't believe anymore. I'll keep the faith. The harder and harder I try, it all gets further and further away. I wish I knew what we're supposed to do. It used to be so clear. How did I end up here? I couldn't feel anymore, was numb from the pain. Nothing makes sense to me, sure wish that I could explain. Find myself looking around for kindness to show, and finding good where I can. I'm putting down this burdensome load. I'll try to be kind, I'll try to be fair. It used to be so clear. How did we end up here? Not everyone's worth your time and energy. Sometimes it's better to rip off the Band-Aid. Wish I knew what we're supposed to do. Used to be so clear. How did I end up here? I wish I knew. I wish I knew. I wish I knew. I wish I knew. Somewhere in the middle of that song, I had to go as quietly as I could. But I couldn't get away from the microphone. Well, that's the trick when you're playing on stage and you have to cough a little bit. You step back and you just kind of look like you're rocking on. You go, and if you get far enough away, nobody can ever hear it. Or you do that or you pass gas or burp.
You do both in the microphone if you're blue.
You do you do both proudly into the microphone.
You saw me at Bad Alice. I was wandering outside and smoking people's cigarettes while I was on stage.
That's a good move. That's a good move. I like that move. So I wish I knew, but I don't. So we're going to go capo list now. Is that sharp or flat? So I wrote this song, I don't know, more than 20 years ago. And things in my life were kind of going sideways quickly and didn't quite seem real. It was quite surreal. And I drove up to Michigan. I drove over to visit my dad, and he lived on the other side of the state, kind of about an hour outside of Detroit. And so my journey zigzagged up to the north and to the east to find some answers from somebody that I when I was in my 20s, I wasn't a fan of my father. And when I got to 30, I started to understand a lot more about, number one, he was just a person trying to figure his stuff out. And two, life isn't as cut and dry as you think it is in your 20s sometimes. And something I've learned more recently is things aren't always what they seem. And things that I thought about people or situations with the old adage, you don't know what somebody's going through until you go, till you walk a mile in their shoes. And sometimes you think you'll as a person that you would handle things this way or that way, and then you find yourself in a position and you don't. And you handle it differently than you expected yourself to. And it's a complicated life that we live, and I'm trying to learn not to be too hard on myself. Some of us have that problem. I think you have that problem too. I think you're kind of hard on yourself.
That's only one of my many problems.
Right. This is why I told you needed a microphone today, because all of your interjections have been absolutely perfect. Show the people yourself again.
I mean, I'm on. They can.
Oh, you are.
Yeah.
Oh, look, there he is.
The handsome helper.
The handsome helper. That's awesome. Okay, back to the fat guy. Oh, next week, I will not be doing a stream because I will be streaming on the Bunker with the Kenny P. Mitchell Band.
That's gonna be fun.
And the Bunker starts at 8 or 8:30, I think. I think it starts later.
I should know. I was on it.
Well, and it's on Thursdays, and it's the idea here was to be done by the time they start. When I started, the reason I started at 7:00 is because I didn't really want to interfere with them. But Tuesdays wasn't working out so well, and Thursdays seemed like a better night. And maybe we'll go back to Tuesdays. I don't know, but it's sort of like the network broadcast. They find, I don't know, which do you prefer, Tuesday or Thursday?
I'm free either day, so for me it's easy. You don't even tell me to show up anymore. I'm just here.
I didn't expect you today. That was really funny when you came walking in, because I had just scheduled to do this myself, and I was just going to set up a camera and walk on and start the show and do it like I did it in the old days. And then Blue came walking in about an hour before the show, and I'm like, hey, how's it going? So that was nice. So let's see if I can remember how to play Sir Reality. My journey zigzags up to the north and to the east. After that, 2 points unknown. Who'd have thought it'd go this far? Looking for a sense of peace. Peace of mind you call my own. There was left that's of me now. Broken shards of broken dreams. Then I got to rise above it now. Surreality. Thine art, it comes in solace. Thine art, it comes in truth. Thine art, turns inside out. Mustn't fret over yesterday. What's come to pass yesterday? Nothing left to say, nothing left to say. So little left that's of me now. I'm living someone else's dream, and I got to rise above it now. Surreality. 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 I forgot a little bit. I clearly, and when I got to the first chorus, I was like, what's the chord? Is it A or is it G? And my brain couldn't remember because I hadn't played it in a while. And as I was approaching it, I was like, crap. Oh, I guessed right. Forgot the first word to the chorus.
You know, if you don't tell people that, they don't know.
Oh, I know. That's okay, but that's part of the fun. It's lifting the curtain for everyone to know what's going on, and it's part of the thing. Like for me, I tried not to plan too much about what I'm going to do or say or play, and some things are reoccurring in my setups for songs that I've discovered help people maybe understand the origin of it or where I'm coming from. So there's, similar setups for some songs, but like, I like when you got here, I was like, well, I guess I better figure out what to play. And you said you hadn't done that yet. And I said, no. So I just picked a couple things off the top of my head and went with it. And I tried to play some things I haven't played in a long time. So I don't know that I played any of those in a while. What time is it? It's pretty late. I could maybe do one more. How about I do one more off the record?
I think you should do like 10 more. But that's just me.
Well, when is the next show?
My next show is actually tomorrow night. I'm playing in Sugar Grove.
Tomorrow night?
Yeah.
What is the date tomorrow night?
Tomorrow's the 20th.
20th?
Yeah.
March 20th at
Calamity
Jane's, right?
They got the coolest coasters in town.
What does that mean?
All their drink coasters are denim jean pockets.
Clearly, I have to come down and check that out because I'd love to set my Diet Coke on a denim jean pocket. That's really a great idea, actually.
Saves a lot of money on coasters.
I bet it does.
Just throw them in the wash.
Right. Yes. There's a new one that I've been playing a lot. I don't know when the last time I played it on the stream was, but it is on the record. And again, Everything is Different is the name of the record. MeL Muzic, MeL Muzic. You can find it on the website. There's a free, if you're not on streaming platforms, if you're, whatever, you can always go to the website and just play the record there. But it's on pretty much every streaming platform. There are some songs that are more recently written, and then there's some songs that are some older ones, and there's acoustic versions of things that there's full band versions of, and there's just one of the the oldest song that I currently play is actually the third song I ever wrote. Was called Dirty Old Car, and it's the only recorded version, actual recorded studio version of it. There's a zillion live versions of it, but there's never been a recorded full band version. And somebody that I played music with a long time ago kind of gave me a rash of crud for not putting out like a totally heavy distorted band version of that. And I said, well, there's a plan for that, but it's a complicated plan. So I figured this is what I could do now, and I put out that song. But this particular song is called Scars. And this is for sure a song that subconsciously my brain I thought was I was writing about a circumstance, and then it turns out that maybe it was more complicated than I expected. So this is called Scars. My focus seems to come and go, and all at once I can't seem to find the one damn thing eluding me. Always thought he was sitting there just waiting at the end of the day, but then I peel the onion back. Look at that now. Nothing ever is what I always thought it was supposed to be. I think this so-called moral compass is obsolete. Why does it seem my right is always wrong? Can't even seem to write this song. Never know which way to go. Am I heading back or further out to sea? Gotta do what I gotta do. It's all starting to roast. There's a reason hard decisions are hard. Just don't think I can live with the pain. This is gonna leave a scar. What now, where do I go? Never really seem to know, 'cause indecision plagues my every move. Learn not to trust myself, 'cause I never trust myself enough to trust myself. Ain't that the damnedest thing? Gotta do what I gotta do. It's all starting to rust. There's a reason hard decisions are hard. Just don't think I can survive the pain. This is gonna leave a scar. All I wanna do is change my ways. All I wanna do is ease this pain. I keep trying, but it never seems to go away. So damn tired of being stuck in the ditch. And ain't this life a bitch? They used to say that when I was a kid. And then you'll marry one, or then you'll die. I can get where I'm trying to go if I could keep this damn thing on the road, up out of the ditch. All 4 times between the line, down the road, one time for out of the ditch and just drive away. Let's see how far I can get. Keep it between the lines and just drive away. All 4 times up out of the ditch, between the lines. Let's see how far I can get. Drive away, see how far I can get, and just drive away, see how far I can get, and just drive away, see how far I can get, and just drive away. Yay. I have to restructure my words. I have my cheater, my blankie. I call it my blankie because it's my iPad with my words. And the newer words I can't remember because my hard drive's full. So the new things don't really stick so well. They're getting better, but there's just blank spots. And the end of that song, I never do the same way twice. I don't. I don't. I don't. And I'm trying to, but it just doesn't seem to work out that way. And, but there's a couple places where I have to turn the page. And I know I have to turn the page, and it's in the middle of a complicated thing, and my brain's trying to do that, and then find the button so that I don't actually hit the tuner on accident or turn the page the wrong direction. It's and there's a lot in the way here, so it's
You should probably simplify that.
well, it's as simplified as I can get. So, what's really simple is when I do the trio thing with Gene and Kenny, Gene turns the page for me.
I have seen that. It's actually quite entertaining.
Which is also complicated at times because my brain looks down ready to turn the page because I've gotten used to it, and it's already turned, and then I'm confused. I give the dog like quarter turn. My ears go up. All right, I think that's a good place to stop. It's a bunch of songs. Dumb joke of the day. Dumb joke of the day.
You do have a joke to do, yeah.
This. The dumb joke of the day.
Should be the top envelope. I think that's it.
From John Deacon. You mean the aforementioned John Deacon from Queen?
That was yes.
What a coincidence, because I didn't even know that was in there.
And you talked about Queen a lot.
For real. I didn't know that was in there. Because, as we know, I don't write the jokes, Blue does. And Blue puts them in there, and I don't know what they're going to be, which I find to be more fun. So, and you can see how I'm practically illiterate, so, like when you wrote the joke about the pterodactyl?
Yes.
But I was confused.
Because the P is silent?
Because the P is silent. But I didn't know that was part of the joke. I'm like, what is this word? It's because I'm all right. Does Freddie Mercury play guitar? And you're supposed to say, I don't know, Mike, does Freddie Mercury?
I don't know. Does he?
No, but Brian may. That is a dumb joke. Dun-dun-dun-dun-dun. We got to get that little sound effect. All right. So thanks all for listening. This is Songwriters Lounge. Next week there will be no show, and then we'll do one in 2 weeks. I think 2 weeks will be good. And then the next, I have to get a hold of some guests. There's a lot of people that I've said, hey, do you want to be on the show? And they're like, yeah. And then I haven't arranged it because I'm an idiot pretty much. But the only guest I have really scheduled at this point is Colleen Wild at the end of the month, live from Black Dog at the what are we calling it? The concert series. That's what it's called. The concert series. The Songwriters Lounge concert series. And that one will be live from Black Dog, and that will be the last Saturday of April. Theoretically. It's what it's scheduled for, but we're going to confirm some things, I think, in the next week or two.
Because wasn't Colleen there like last weekend too?
She plays there every bit of once or twice a month.
Yeah.
In one form or fashion.
It's always a great show.
Yeah. She's delightfully talented and a kind human being. So.
And I like her hair.
Why?
I may take some inspiration.
Because you both have curly hair.
Yes, because it's curly.
Because it's curly.
Yes.
Got it. All right. Anyways, thanks for watching the Songwriters Lounge.